All right, guys, it's time to break down all the matchups. The first one would be this week's matchup of the week. And just like the NFL, we have two brothers going at it. In the NFL, it's Peyton against Manning, and in Fraggle Rock's version, we have Schumacher versus Schumacher, Brad against Brett, Wembley against Durchfalle. The two past champions against each other. One trying to defend his crown, one trying to return to glory. Both teams come in 1-0, beating their opponents last week. Durchfalle took out Asian, and Wembley took out the new kid in House of Pain. House of Lame. Anyhow, ESPN has Wembley favored by 22 points, 126 to 104. Yes, that is a 22-point difference. For those who cannot do math, Josh, I am looking at you. Yeah. Anyhow, let's get into the matchups. Where Durchfalle definitely would have his advantage. I think the only advantage in this matchup is the quarterback. We'll see how far Rodgers can take him in this matchup. Rodgers slated for 20 points this week against Phillip Rivers, who's slated for 17. Rodgers, he slated for almost 20. I think he's going to get around 26, 27. He's going against the Buffalo's defense. That it's just not going to be quite the same as the Eagles' defense from last week. I really see Rodgers stepping it up, especially with Ryan Grant falling out of it last week. So I got a feeling they're going to be passing a lot more, even though Wembley is definitely hoping that Brandon Jackson gets the fair share of his carries as a big free agent pickup for Wembley. On the other side, Phillip Rivers. The thing that scares Phillip Rivers and his owner, me, if you watch Monday night's game, a lot of drop passes by the receivers, some big plays. Really, a lot of his points came from one big 70-yard play where the guy was left wide open. But I definitely see against the Jacksonville defense, I think they got it right on, about 17, 18 points for Phillip Rivers this week. In the middle, Matt Forte, Moreno, and Reggie Wayne. All three of them are going against decent defenses. None of them top-end defenses. Forte's going against Dallas, Moreno against Seattle, Reggie Wayne against the Giants. I think we saw in Week 1 exactly what the Mike Martz offense does with the running back. Forte, he didn't get that many yards rushing. But receiving, that's where all of his points came from, and you're going to see most of his points actually coming from the receiving end within the Mike Martz offense. We'll see if that trend continues. I definitely see Forte getting around 12, 13 points. I don't foresee any 70-yard touchdowns. If it happens, it happens, but I really see maybe a 12, 13-point game. Noshan Moreno for in Seattle. Denver just picked up Lawrence Maroney out of New England. We're going to see how that really affects Moreno's carries. He got, I think, double-digits points last week. I see it maybe the same this week. I'm guessing probably around 10 to 9 points. I don't think Maroney is going to have that much of an impact in the first week that he's in town, but we'll see how that progresses throughout the season. Reggie Wayne and the Giants. We all know what Reggie Wayne can do. We all know that the Colts like to pass. There's tons of weapons there. We'll see if Reggie is the number one receiver there. I'm seeing him getting about 10, 12 points as well. On the other side, Wembley has Peterson, Gore, and Jackson. None of them are going against stellar defenses. Adrian Peterson might have the hardest task in Miami. Frank Gore in New Orleans, and Brandon Jackson, who is newly acquired and now going to be the number one back in Green Bay, is going against Buffalo. I see a lot of points out of them. Say out of the three, I'm going to count on about 55 points for Wembley. That's almost an average of 20 each. We'll see if that comes to fruition. I see Wembley really running away with this. If you look at the receiver spot, Deshaun Jackson, who had a trashy game last week, expect no better. 3-4 points out of Deshaun Jackson this week. Michael Vick likes to run, and Michael Vick is going to be starting. I don't think Deshaun Jackson's a great play this week. We'll see if that turns out. I just said Deshaun Jackson. Muhammad Mataquai from Cleveland against Kansas City. Great matchup. You still got Jake Delhomme throwing to him. I don't like receivers without at least a middle or an elite quarterback throwing to him. So he's going to be up and down. I'm thinking about 8 points for Muhammad this week. On Wembley side, you have Colston and Bolden. Bolden didn't play last week because Wembley, which is me, thought he was going to be going against Revis. Didn't know that Revis was not going to be just matched up one-on-one with the receiver. Rex Ryan decided to just keep him on the left side. So Bolden still got over 100 yards receiving in his first game. Really showed that Flacco likes his new acquisition there in Baltimore. I'm seeing another double-digit points. I'm thinking around 14 for Marquez Colston going against San Francisco's defense. It's a crapshoot. If Seattle is able to light up San Francisco's defense, so can Colston. I'm thinking around 15, 16 points for Colston. We'll see him climb right back into it. The fantasy dud, I think, like I was saying before, fantasy dud for this week in this matchup is going to be Deshaun Jackson. Michael Vick throwing to him. It doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me that he's going to get the job done. The fantasy blowout, I think, is definitely going to be Aaron Rodgers against Buffalo. I'm saying 25 points, 26 points. I can definitely see him going over 30. But my prediction for the matchup of the week is Wembley by 32. Count it, print it, it's there.